Hey, how's it going, my friend? Rob O'Neill here. In the next few minutes, I want to help you identify the traits and characteristics that you need in order to be really successful financially and, generally in your broader life. There's a sort of universal set of traits and attributes and characteristics that really successful people have. And they all tend to exhibit the majority of these traits. So what that tells you is that they correlate highly with success, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you identify those. I'm going to help you identify which of those that you might be lacking, and then you can go and you can work and develop that, and you can prove that, and that's going to help you be much more successful long term, okay? So if you're struggling right now, this video is really going to help you. It's going to help you pinpoint those areas of improvement where you can make some changes, you can actually get some progress there, and that is then going to have a huge compounding effect over the rest of your career, the rest of your life, and all of your results in general, okay? So what we're going to do is, obviously I've got the whiteboard behind me, we don't actually need to use this very much because I'm going to have you do a little exercise with me, okay? And this is a really great little exercise. It works really well. And if you do it with people, it's really fascinating results sometimes, okay? So we're gonna do this little exercise together. It's just gonna take a couple minutes, and then you're gonna have the answer that you're looking for. So to start off with, what I want you to do is imagine this scenario with me, okay? Just play along with this for the sake of example. This might not be necessarily exactly what you want to do, but it's going to tie in and relate, okay? So just imagine that you had the greatest idea for a new kind of hugely revolutionary business, like the next Tesla or something like that, okay? So you're going to build this hugely revolutionary business. You're going to go and you want to turn it into $100 million or $1 billion company, huge corporation, be really successful, okay? And you know that that is going to be a really challenging endeavor. That's going to be something with a lot of difficulty, a lot of obstacles, a lot of stress, okay? That's going to be something that you need really skilled, competent people with, to help you to achieve that result. So what I want you to imagine is that you're on the precipice of going out and building this business. And you know that you need a business partner that can come and help you to achieve that vision and to turn it into a reality. Okay? So you need someone who's going to be really competent and that you can bring in that is going to have the skills and the attributes and the traits necessary to really add a lot of value to support you and, to turn that into obviously a real success, okay? So the thing I want you to do is imagine what that person looks like, okay? Just imagine what your ideal perfect business partner might be. You're going to go out on this challenging endeavor and you need someone to help you do that. So what kind of traits are you going to be looking for in that person? I want you to really try and picture what they might be like, and when you're going out and searching for that person, maybe screening through some potential candidates, what attributes, what characteristics are you going to be looking for? There's probably a lot of different things that are coming to mind right now. You can already think that you would value in that person, okay? This obviously needs to be someone that you can trust. It needs to be someone you can depend on when things get hard. It needs to be someone who is going to obviously have the capability to actually help you and to get the results you're looking for. It's going to be someone that is an action taker. They're not going to sit around and procrastinate, waste time. They need to be organized. They need to be serious. They need to be committed. They need to be dedicated. They need to be hardworking, etc. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of traits that you can think of. I obviously just named a whole bunch of them, but there's a whole bunch that you're probably thinking of too that you would value in that person. So what I want you to do is grab from the computer and do this little exercise with me. So I'm going to take a couple minutes, okay? So if you don't want to do the exercise, this is literally the easiest thing in the world to do. It's going to take you a minute or two and it's going to help you, okay? So if you don't want to do it, then you just don't even care about your success enough to ever make it, right? So you might as well just go and get a job, right? But if you're serious then do the exercise with me. It's going to benefit you and it's going to help you pinpoint these areas that you can improve in, okay? So what I want you to do, pause the video right now, get a pen and paper or notepad, and write down the 5 to 10 traits that you would be looking for in your perfect billion-dollar business partner, okay? So as I gave you that scenario, you're going to build this massive successful company. You know it's going to be a hard thing to do, and you're looking for someone to help you do that, okay? Go and write down the video. Go and pause the video and write down the traits right now. Do it, pause the video, okay? Now, you're back. Hopefully you've done the exercise and you've written down those 5 to 10 things that you would be looking for, okay? Now, what I want you to do is be honest. You have to be honest with yourself when we do this. Ask yourself, how many of those traits do you personally exhibit? How many of them do you have? How many of them do you display in your day-to-day life? Because for a lot of people, when you do this with them in person, the answer is oftentimes 0, right? Which tells you something. So you've got people that are trying to be successful, yet they are not exhibiting any of the traits that they themselves think they need to be successful. So what are their chances then? None, right? So you have to be honest with yourself. You have to think about this. How many of these traits do you exhibit? If you've written down various different things like good time management, organized, never late, dependable, high stress tolerance, always does what they say they're going to do, honest, loyal, etc. How many of these traits are you exhibiting? Doesn't procrastinate or takes action, something like that. So if you then find in yourself that you are wasting time, you're procrastinating, you're not organized, you mislead people or something like that, I don't know, hopefully not, but any of these things, then you're going to identify a whole bunch of areas that you need to work on and improve, right? Just straight up real. If you're not successful yet, there's a reason for that, right? Because if you were a successful person, you'd have the results already. It's just simple, okay? If you were, just think about that, it's kind of a stupid statement, I know, but it actually makes sense. If you were already a successful person, you'd have the results, right? So the problem is, you right now are not behaving in a way that makes you a successful person, right? You see what I'm getting at? So you have to identify these areas where you're actually basically failing yourself, okay? Because you need to solve those and improve those and make some changes there in order to become the kind of person that's going to get the results that you desire in life. Because what you'll find is, like I said, there's a set of characteristics. Now, I haven't really told you that many of them. Obviously, we've gone through a few, but you probably already thought of all of those, or you thought of a bunch yourself that would be valuable in a business partner in a really serious business, okay? And guess what? That's exactly what other people are looking for too. So if I'm out there in the world and I'm looking for those exact same traits, am I going to find them in you? Are you someone that other people are going to want to do business with? Are you someone that other people are going to trust to bring on board, to be an insider, to get, VIP access or any of these things? And this even extends to other areas of your life, like for example, your relationships. So if you think about what you would want in a business partner, that's pretty much exactly the same thing that a woman is going to want in a sexual partner, right? She's going to want a man who is, serious, dedicated, takes action, delivers results, does what he says he's going to do, is dependable, etc. Okay? So you have to start basically working on yourself to embody those traits from now on, okay? Now, that doesn't mean stop what you're doing, stop your business and go and do self-development all day and mentally masturbate about it. No, that's not what I'm saying, right? Keep working on your business or whatever it is that you're doing, and at the same time, start actively trying to cultivate those traits and those attributes in yourself, okay? So you need to become somebody who has all of these different attributes that you have on your list. And obviously, from that and from being honest with yourself, you can identify the ones that you don't have. Now, some of you, that might be just one or two things, and you're going to find this really easy. You're going to say, oh, okay, sure, I'm lacking in this little thing, this little thing, this little thing. You're going to change that, and suddenly you're going to find your success goes whoop, and you start getting really amazing results. For other people, for some of you, you might find that you're missing, most, if not all of those, in which case, you have to look at that and you have to say, okay, I have some serious work to do on myself here. I'm going to really dedicate some serious time and effort to fixing these areas of myself so that I can live the kind of life that I want to lead. Because if you talk to any man out there, and I'm saying this because most of my audience are men, okay? So if we're serious and we're honest with each other, right? Every single man wants basically the same thing. Okay, you want to be financially successful, you want to have beautiful wives and good girlfriends, potentially both for some guys, okay? You want to have really cool friends, you want to do a lot of really great fun stuff, you probably want to have a really good family, and you want to maybe do something significant in the world that leaves a legacy, okay? So in order to do those things, you're going to need those kind of traits and attributes that you've identified. Okay, you're going to need them. And you know that you're going to need them because that's exactly the kind of things that people who are doing what you want to do already have, right? There's a reason for that. It leaves clues, okay? So from now on, I hope this has helped you identify those areas. What I want you to do, okay, a little action step for you, is to go out and today do one thing to work on one of those areas, okay? Just one thing. So if, let's say, for example, if you're disorganized, I want you to go right now and buy like a notebook or get a notebook or something and start keeping track of what you're doing. Start planning your day, okay? So tonight, you're gonna write down what you're gonna do tomorrow to work towards your goals. You're gonna write 3 things down that you're gonna do tomorrow that are going to help you towards whatever goal or success or results that you're trying to achieve, okay? Just 3 things, it's not that hard. And then tomorrow you're going to do them, you're going to take them off your list, and tomorrow night you're going to do it again, you're going to write down the next 2 things. That is now a habit that you're going to exhibit, okay? You're going to do that every day, and guess what? You're suddenly going to have much better results. If that's not a problem for you, if you're already someone who's really organized, think of something else. That's just an example for you. But I want you to do something that is going to start actually making progress in your life and delivering results. Because if you're here, you're watching this video, then obviously you care about your success in your future, okay? So it's time to start actually really taking action to make that a reality. All the watching videos, buying courses, reading books, browsing money Twitter or YouTube or whatever, all these things are great. You're going to learn information there, but it's useless until you apply it and you actually take action on it in the real world, okay? So right now, you're going to take action on that, and it's going to help you, okay? So I'm not saying this to push you or boss you around, but you're going to do it for yourself, right? So I hope this really helps. I hope that you've identified a bunch of areas that you need to change or improve to get better results in your life. If you found this video interesting or useful, hit the various buttons. You know what to do, you're probably not incompetent, so you know all the things, the likes, the subscribes, the follows, etc. Go do that. You can find me at iamroboneill on everything, and you can find me at iamroboneill.com, and I'll see you soon.